Fine, welcome back to Warframe. Today we're going to build this new bow and arrow here. It's only 40 damage, so it's not the quickest of bows, or for that matter the most damaging of bows. But it says it's gonna have, well, if it's used for hunting down the heavily shielded enemies, it's gonna have a lot of puncture on it, because these stats are still the old ones, so 20,000 for the blueprint. Over to the foundry under rifles, and there it is. Now it's going to take 3 gallium, 700 plastides, 600 polymer bundles, 1,750 ferrite, and 15,000, which makes this probably the cheapest of the 3 new weapons. And it's a bow weapon, and we don't really like bows. I'll use them, get them to 30, but after that they're just a novelty item because they're just a pain in the butt. I mean, they don't really look that nice anyway. The prime one it's basically just a giant dish with another one underneath. It still looks nice with all the gold and everything, but that one looks a hell of a lot better. So we'll click build on this. It's going to take 12 hours. So we'll see what that's like when it's done. And now this bow is done, we'll claim this. Jump over to Arsenal. Equip this. There it is. Now it does actually look pretty nice. The quiver on the back here also looks nice with the arrowhead sticking out. Definitely be getting rid of that melee weapon. Ew. That's a bit better. You can actually see it now. Some nice heads. Actually, that doesn't look that bad. Spec wise, I've heard from a lot of people this is actually completely rubbish. It has a quick reload, assuming the closer to 0 it is, the quicker it is, that is. Fire rate's not that bad. Doesn't have as much puncture as I thought it would have for a weapon that is good against the heavily armoured. But the impact's nice, and there is an impact mod. I think it's called Rupture, which will increase that. So I would say increase the impact puncture if you want to. But definitely the impact mod has to go onto this. And oh, it has a polarity slot. Yay! And in there I would recommend putting the serration mod. Exhibit A. Almost maxed. Not quite, but almost there. That's going to take up 7 points. So instead of having 60%, you can have more than double that. That's why all weapons should have at least 1 polarity slot. So you can just do a little bit more damage without having to put this thing in there. Because the catalyst goes good in weapons, but not all weapons. No. Okay, so it's just gone 15. We basically would drop the catalyst in it because I don't like bows, but all of the rest of them have got catalysts in, and after testing them or playing with them all, I thought, well, I can't have one that doesn't. I don't need to charge it, they're only level 10s. But because I've dropped a catalyst in there, it means it's got the 30 points, and this is the equivalent to an uncatalyst level 30 weapon. And it's actually starting to get a bit worse now. There we go. It's actually starting to do really nice for itself. Thunderbolt is installed. It does work with this. Yes, I did call this a infested bow. It's not an infested bow, it's a tenno bow. So people keep correcting me, but I still say that looks more like an infested one to me because it has all the spikes and everything coming off it, which the infested weaponry does. But it's not, it is a tenno weapon. Still looks really nice. And I mean, did you see the thunderbolt there? It hit the wall behind him, wiped out the guy next to it, one guy on the stairs, and that guy down there on the floor also died. Not sure if that was Rhino or me, but still. I am actually enjoying a bow, and I do not like my bows. I've put a catalyst in all of them, yes, but I'm not a big fan because, well, I'm just not. This is the weakest of the bows. The Dread is still probably the best. I say probably because the Paris Prime should have become the better rifle, bow and arrow. I thought there was someone up there. But it's not. And yes, I am aware Ember's 14, I've just polarized her. Ooh, that was a mistake. Thunderbolt at close range does not work. But yeah, it's actually working out to be it's not a good weapon. As I say, it's the weaker of the bows. But because it's the weaker of the bows, it makes it more fun to use. Because you don't expect it to be any good. And if somebody sees you running around with it and they've got any of the other bows, they're just going to laugh at you. Because it's the weakest one out there. It should be completely crap. But I don't know, I've just put the extra damage mod on there because we've got that serration mod on. We've put the rupture mod on, which is given an extra 40... I think it's extra 40% impact damage. And as soon as I put that rupture mod on, it actually became a lot better. Yeah. God damn you, Rhino. That's why I like Thunderbolt if you do miss. Because it's the projectile speed of these that makes these weapons suck a little bit. It will still hit the wall behind them and go bang and wipe them all out. But I mean, even you don't have to catalyst this for it to become an okay weapon. As I say, we've got the serration mod on there, thanks to the polarity slot. Thunderbolt is on there, that's maxed. I think the other one we actually put on there was, I wasted 4 points on a status chance, and you are starting to crowd the pod, so be gone. Something just leveled up. And it has actually amazed me a little bit. I still think the Paris Prime is still better, but this one just looks better. And just down to the looks alone, it's a nice weapon. You are not setting fire to them. That's my job. I wouldn't say it's worth building, not if you've already got the Paris Prime or the Dread. It would just be a waste of time because they're better even empty than this thing is with full mods on it. And I'm going again. I do need to level up Ember after all. But it is a really fun weapon to use. And I do not particularly like my bows. I'll get them at the 30 and stop using them. But this one, I don't know, we just came into this mission and it's been fun using it. That's right, I can use fire as well, napalm guy. But I mean, it's more of a visual thing. I think it's just the fact it looks like that. Because it is the nicest looking of the 3 bows. I don't care what anybody says, the Paris Prime does look good, yes. But it's the quiver on your back looks like crap. Because it's just off this Paris, they didn't do anything to it at all. This one does look a lot nicer. Sitting there on your back. And for that alone, I'm actually enjoying using this weapon. So, we're going to leave that off here for now. As I say, I can't really explain it. I think it is solely just a visual thing. It looks good, therefore it's fun to use. Because people don't expect it to be any good. Drop a catalyst in it, it becomes good. Oh, you're in the fire. So yep, we'll leave that off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.